Hello everyone, and Merry Christmas Eve. This is Tuesday, which is the night before Christmas Eve. So it's Christmas Eve. I decided to go ahead and do a video. It's been 4 days, I know. I did a members video, and then I took a couple of days just to do nothing. Sometimes you need a break, and I just needed that couple of days, and now I'm ready to get back in the game. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so you'll probably be seeing this video Christmas Eve morning. I won't have one out on Christmas Day. I'm hoping to have one the day after. We will see. And I want to welcome the new members to the member-only group, Best Golden Circle. We did lose one. We lost Kristen, and that's okay. I know it's not for everybody. We're just getting started, and we're still, you know, the perks are being given. What is listed, I'm making sure those perks are there and nothing's missing. But I'm also trying to add extras. And so thankfully for November, the members got all the perks listed. And for December, they got all the perks listed. But we're still trying to do the Discord thing. And so far, I mean, we've got a few of y'all in there, but not everybody. And it's ready to go. But I can only, you know, get it started, and it's up to the other members if they want to come or not. I do want to invite y'all, if you're not a member, I would love to have you over there. It is $4.99 a month. That's all it is. If you're on an iPhone, don't do it on your iPhone, because Apple tries to charge you more. So do it on your desktop or your laptop. But it's $4.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. And I guarantee you, the extras you get are more than worth the $4.99. We've started a polymer clay journey. I just did the first one, and that was basics. And I mean, I came down to the simple basics. And that's the way we're going to work it. We're going to go from the very beginning all the way through it. And that's going to last several months. But there will be other things along with that. It won't just be polymer clay for the monthly video. And so I'd love to see you over there. And of course, there's a join button. If you want to click that join button, it takes you to a video of me explaining the different perks, and then that's where you join. But please do it on a desktop or a laptop or an Android phone. Don't do it on your iPhone, because Apple will charge you $2 more, and that's just insane. Okay. We're going to do a pour tonight, mostly Mix2Mold. There are going to be some 10-minute cure polyurethane used because there's a few things I want to do. I got some happy mail from a fairly new subscriber, and her name is Laura. I've already thanked her, but I'm going to thank her again, and I'm going to show you what that is, and then we're going to just get started pouring. Okay, I'm going to flip you around. And okay, cool. Let me see if I can't fan it out. It's not hitting it. Did it fan it out? Go out? Yes, it's out. Okay, cool. I have already opened these. I know what they are, and I love these. I love the practical gift right along with the other, but this is stuff, and I don't have any purple gloves. And I know, as silly as it sounds, I like the different colors. Now the blue that I got is too dark, it's too drab, but these purple ones, Oh, they also, they match. They sort of match what I'm wearing too. Now these are a lighter glove. You see how they're lighter? Now I would wear these while I was painting, while I was doing Mix2Mold and stuff. Oh, I love the color. And stuff like that. I would not wear these while I'm doing resin. And I've gone over that before for PPE, and they're just not heavy enough. Now, people can argue with me, and that's fine, but you do your own research. Don't listen to anybody. You do your own research, and when I say research, I don't mean you go to another YouTuber and ask them or see what they say. You do your research. You go find out what the basic and the lowest nitrile weight is for a chemical reaction glove. And you'll find the information there. These are too light. Nitrile is really good. Now, these would be good for UV, okay? But because I had such a time with UV resin, I wouldn't even wear these with UV. Now, the nitrile is really good for UV. Oh, this is not made with natural rubber latex too, which is really, really good. Oh, they have the textured fingers. Oh, they do have the textured fingers. She got this off of my she got this off of my Amazon wish list, which is awesome, but I didn't realize it had all those. Oh, I like the textured fingers. Actually, it makes it easier to pick stuff up when you've got your gloves on. If you wanted to know about textured fingers, see, these are, I have nails on them, and they're still too long. Look. And this is a size medium. And I've got plenty of room in my fingers. But these are the textured. And there's already a little, is that a hole? That looks like a little pinhole right there. But I could be wrong. But they're still long. But I love these. And I was out of these type of gloves. I had the heavy duty ones for resin, but I love these and I love the color. These were awesome. And she also sent me, and these were also on my wish list, the Highland Cow UV TDF. Is it TDF? Let's see. Does it say? Yeah. DTF. I said TDF. It's DTF. I always get that mixed up. I don't know why. I can't remember it. And it really doesn't matter. UV stickers. People know UV stickers. And don't ask me what the DTF means. I could Google it and find out. But honestly, I don't see the need of I've got enough information going through my head. If I don't think it's necessary, I don't bother. And these are so cute. Look at how bright and vivid they are. And I'm going to do a test because I've had several people say that you don't even have to put anything over the top of these once you stick them down. So I'm going to do a test. I'm going to put these on something. I'm going to run it through the top rack of my dishwasher and see how it does and let y'all know. Look how cute those things are. I mean, they're just adorable. Oh my word. Yes, we're going to do this. Where are they? Yep, I just now thought about it. If I can find them. Which doesn't mean I'll be able to. I bought some night lights at the dollar store, the Dollar Tree. And I've already hid them for myself. Yep, indeedy, I have already hid those. And I told myself, I cleaned down here yesterday. When I say I take a day off, it doesn't mean that I don't do anything. It means that I'm not down here filming or anything. The Dollar Tree. We're going to just see. These are $1.25. There is no film. We are going to take a scratch. What is that? I don't think there's anything on here, but I can't figure out what that is. Let's see. Nope, it does not. And these are bigger than the other ones, and they're almost yeah, I'd have to cut off a bunch there. Let me see if I can't find one. Where I don't have to cut off a whole bunch. Oh, that one. That one right there. Okay. That will work. Whole flowers. Okay. Oh no. I don't know where they came off of. Okay. Okay. We're going to just stick that on there. That's how easy peasy that is. Now, I don't want to throw this away. I'm going to take that's the part I want to take off. Well, that's not coming off good. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, this is a piece that I do want to keep that because I want to try something with this in just a minute. Now, this is how easy peasy it is. And they're saying you don't have to put anything else on the back of that. I have this right here. Let me see if I can get it up here so you can see. Let me turn. And you can see. That is just so cute and so easy to do. Okay. Those are just so cute. And I'll put that one in my booth. And I'll let you know if it sells. Now, I will probably only put $5 on this because it only cost me $1.25. It was $1.50. And even though this sticker is a gift, and I'll make me one too, but I want the motion one in my house where it comes on when I think these are all the time. Which means you'd have to unplug them during the day. But I want to see. I know Highland cows are really popular at the booth where I'm at. So we'll just see. Because that is so cute right there. Okay, and I'm going to put them up here in my little spot. Okay, and then this also and these are deer UV DTF. These are for cups. Just because they're for cups, y'all, doesn't mean you have to use them for cups. I don't do cups. For a long time, I was hoping Resineers would send me their tumbler cup curing machine. They never did. But you see this? These are 3 separate ones as far as I'm concerned. This right here would be awesome on a tray. For a man, if you're looking for a gift for a man, you make something like this and he can put it on his dresser, on the entryway, or anywhere where he can throw his keys or loose change or whatever. Same thing with that. Awesome trays. And it doesn't have to be a man. There are women that hunt too. If you have a family that hunts, this would be awesome. Oh, there's an imperfection right there. And if that's too big for what you want, you could cut around that and just use parts of that and then use the other parts in something else. The same thing with this. Start looking outside the box, y'all. Don't look at these and think, oh, I can't use them because I don't do cups. Well, I don't do cups either, but that didn't stop me from putting them on my wish list. That right there by itself, and then that right there for something. And you could add to it. And that's 2. You just get more for your money getting stuff like that. You could go around that way and use Honey Life on one and use the deer. You could have 3 different pieces there. Or you could put that on a tray. The same thing with this one. Hunt, eat, sleep, and repeat. You could cut that out. You could cut that out. And you could cut that out. You could have 3 in one. Or you could use it all together. Same thing with that. You could cut around that, and it could be the deer, and then you could do Born to be Wild and Free on that one. Excuse me. And then you have 2 more. So, yeah, this is actually great. And there is a reason why that is not the piece I want to keep off of this. I think that is the piece that I want to keep to try something with. But these are so cool. Okay. Now I am going to put my respirator on because I'm going to try something with this, and I'm not quite sure how it's going to respond. I don't think this is the one that I want. I think I want the other part of it, but we will try. But this might stink really bad. And I don't want to smell it. And now I have to find my respirator because I moved stuff all over the place. This is what happens when I do this. I clean and then I hide it from myself. You would think as big as a respirator is, it would be easy to find, but if you, here it is. If you saw how much stuff I had down here, which I guess some of you have, because I show you all my chaos. Oh, my ring just fell off. Okay. I'm going to put this on just in case it smells. And I can't tell you if it smells because I'm going to have the respirator on. Okay. It's getting caught in my hair. It's not quite what I wanted, but it might work. I think I need a bigger piece. But that will work, so I don't need to buy any of it. Okay. Woo-wee. Okay, we are going to be doing a bunch of molds. That is the Highland Cow. I've cleaned it out as good as I can. This is the brand new shelf mold. I want that all white. This is the business card holder. I want that all white. That is the mouse one. This is a seashell. We'll do a little bit to that. That is the stump to the tree. We're going to be doing the black, that black. We're going to be doing the mouse black. We're going to be doing the Highland cow black. That one needs to come over here. This one we're going to do black, Mix2Mold. And I'm telling you, we're pouring a lot. I've got a lot of molds that I want to see what they look like. And pouring them with Mix2Mold is the best way of doing it. Those I'm just going to color. These can be all white. This one I want black. Okay, so we've got quite a few black. And I want Mix2Mold because I want them to feel heavy. I do not want these black. So I hope I have enough Mix2Mold to do all this. I may not. Oh, wrong way. I should probably put gold flakes. I'm going to put gold flakes in this one. And in that one, I think. Okay. I just want gold. That was just one little piece that I pulled out of here. Okay, good enough for that one. Okay, good enough for that one. There's a piece. We'll just stick right there. Okay. This one I want just a little bit of blue. There's gold all over the molds. I just want a little bit of, is this the seashell one? No, that's the mermaid one. This is the one I want a little bit of blue in. But I want the alcohol ink, so we will go, and I want the turquoise if I can find it. I have found every color except for turquoise. I have found pool, I have found lagoon, I have found aquamarine, I have found glacier, tranquil, denim. Where is my sailboat blue? Where is my turquoise? I know I've got some, but it's hiding. Electric blue, limeade. Oh, this is crazy. I think I've lost my turquoise. Oh, nope. As soon as I said, oop, I think I lost my turquoise, I found my turquoise. Okay. Now let's see how much Mix2Mold I have. I've got 1.5 buckets, so I don't know if I've got enough to do everything, but we'll do as many as I can with what I've got. I also want to do this NT resin base and top, because I want to do the spear in clear resin, but I want this in Mix2Mold. So that will be the last thing that we do. And I'm looking for a big old jug. Right now I wish I had one of those big old pitchers. Okay, we've got 2 of these. I am going to take a baby wipe and wipe them out to make sure that there's not anything in there. Okay. And now we're just going to go ahead and get started. This will be fairly quick. Y'all know this is water. Y'all know I do not measure. I'm not telling you that you should not measure. I'm just telling you that I don't measure. I look for the consistency of buttermilk, and it has worked for me every time. Now see, I wiped these out and I'm still finding stuff, and I don't want this floating around. Not in my white that I'm going to use. I'm at one. Because this little black speck will shine. Okay, I think I got it out. Now, some people don't show this. Some people think this is the boring part of doing any craft, mixing the medium together. But in all actuality, it's the most important part. So therefore, I don't ever leave it out. If someone doesn't want to watch this part, that is the great thing of having freedom of the remote. You can always fast forward. Nobody forces you to watch any part of any video. Freedom is just another, nothing else to lose. Sorry, yep. I'm over here, every time I say something, a song pops into my head. And then another song popped into my head just as soon as, and it was the one that's screaming, freedom! Oh, good gracious. Okay, we're not there yet, but we're going to keep mixing. I think John and Ashley have come in. They've been gone all day long. I did go to the booth for a few minutes. My sales have been horrible this past week, and you would think that right before Christmas. I had a really good sales day a week ago on a Friday, I think. But since then, it has just been slow pickings. But it's fairly new. I mean, I'm definitely new, but the place itself is fairly new. And so people are still learning that it's there. And I am in a really bad spot. I'm at the very last aisle next to the wall to the back. And that is a bad spot. The best spot is in the middle at the front. That's the best spot. Okay, I think this is about ready to go right here. Yeah, this is, I can tell the consistency. Just as soon as it hits the consistency, it was like, oh yeah, okay. This is good. Somebody asked what I was spraying in my molds. And I believe it's when I was doing Mix2Mold. It was probably alcohol. And you will have some YouTubers to say, don't spray alcohol in your molds. And if I was spending, you know, a bunch of money on my molds, I would probably agree. But the molds I get mostly from Temu, they're not going to last a long time anyway, and alcohol most definitely helps with the bubbles. And so on the cheaper molds, I pour alcohol. But everybody needs to do them. Oh, I hope I have enough to do this. Woo-wee. This is going to take a bunch. And I can tell you right now, it's not level. Because it's more full down there. You see how it changed? Make sure your I know it's level right in the middle of this. I'm going to have to make up some more. And I'm going to do it real fast. I'm not going to mix up a whole lot. It's just, that took a lot right there. That is not enough. This should be good right here. You can just feel it. As soon as it gets to the right consistency, you'll know. It's buttermilk. Okay. We'll go ahead and pour a little bit down in there. Okay. And we'll go ahead and get some more mixed up. And this should be good right here. Oh, okay, you see that? Okay, I've got to find something. This is a Temu mold. I now know, and so do you, if you have this mold, you're going to have something to hold it. Okay. And now we're going to go and that's all I want in there. I am spraying alcohol. You see what I'm doing? There was bubbles right there. Sometimes you have to re-stir it. This is not enough to fill this whole thing up. So I'm going to hurry and just get enough to do this one. I do wipe it out because if this gets hard, I don't want clumps floating around, so I do wipe it out. Okay, and that is enough. We just got to get it stirred up good. Okay, whoop. Okay, let's set that over there. I'm going to clean the powder out of this one. You don't want powder sitting in your mold, because if you get powder in the mold, you're going to have a hole where the powder was. Now you can do cornstarch, but you have to tap it and get all the excess off. Okay. That just needs to be white. I don't want to waste any of this, so I'm going to go ahead and pour what I've got. And it will be okay. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and just put the rest of this in real quick. I think I can do it fast enough. So I don't have to open up another bucket right now. Okay. Nope, not enough. Poo, 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 poo. So I'm going to have to open up another bucket. Unless I did pink. I have pink and blue. Let's see. Now this is orange. I don't want to put orange. It's terracotta. Oh, poot. Let's just use it. I don't want to have to open up a bucket right now. So I'll be painting it anyway, so it won't matter. But it's going to look funny as I'm demolding it. But that's okay, since I will paint the whole thing. Oh goodness, come on, don't tell me that I didn't mix enough. Still. Really? Okay, well, you know what I do in cases like this, right? If you've watched me long enough, you should know what I do. I put filler in. And this is just sand. Very, very fine sand. And I'm spilling half of it. And that's still not up there good. So let's see what I've got over here. I've got some pebbles. Let's see if these pebbles will bring it up. Oh, that did the job. That worked right there. Okay. I just needed something. Okay, and now I have to clean these. It's gonna be, and what I'm gonna do is that, let me show you something. That's XX water. Okay, we're gonna let these set for a minute. And I have to open up another bucket of Mix2Mold. So we're gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit. Oh, I see something popping up out of there. Let's see what this is. Move that now. that there. And I'm trying to make room. And I probably should not move this, but I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it all the way over here. And I'm sort of going to lean it up, just like that. Okay. Now this needs to be white too. So I will do one more white, and then now all this other is going to be black. But I want to make sure there's no powder. And it looks like there's powder on the inside of that. Is that on the outside? There's the hat for that. And then this is the dragon. Okay, I'm just making sure there's not any powder on the inside of those. And this right here has got excess water, and I can see it, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did. It just pulls the water out, y'all. And then this is just a trial just to see what these molds look like. I do this a lot with Mix2Mold. Sometimes they turn out great, but sometimes they teach me things about the mold, and I know how to pour them next time a lot better. And I do it on my videos, so you learn the same thing that I learn, but you don't have to waste a lot of product, you know, when you first start doing it. Okay, now I'm going to use this bucket, I think. That's way too big. No. Let me get, I'm almost out of these, but let me get a couple of these. Nikki used to buy these for me, and I've been holding on to them and only using them when I just absolutely have to. I've not seen Nikki in a while, and I hope she's okay. Okay, my last bucket of Mix2Mold. Oh, that's what I should have told my kids that I wanted. Some Mix2Mold. My kids ask me every year what I want for Christmas, and the only thing that I told them, and I've told them this 2 years in a row, was a fireplace insert. I still don't have my fireplace insert. because the good ones are expensive. They are. I've not used my fireplace. We bought the house almost 12 years ago. I was so happy about the fireplace. It's a gas fireplace, but the insert in there is so old. You can smell it when you turn it on. And every year I ask for a fireplace insert. But I also say, look, I know it's expensive, so don't worry about it. But it's the only thing that I can really think of that I really want. And I came close to getting this year. I did. But then I just figured there were other things more important, like getting our plumbing fixed in 3 different areas. So, you know, that's where that went. It'd be great if a fireplace insert company contacted me and asked me to do a review, because I'm telling you, I get some crazy companies asking me. Right now I've got a blind company, a blackout blind company, saying they'd love to send me something to do a review about blackout blind curtains. And I'm thinking, do you really watch my videos? I get stuff all the time. And I got something from lighting and stuff, and I thought, no. I mean, I guess I could do that just to get free stuff, but that's just not me. But I would be tempted with a fireplace insert company. I probably still would say no, but I'd be real tempted. I got one from an electric fireplace once, but I don't need an electric fireplace. And what is an electric? I guess I could have, said, ooh, if you've got your she shed, and can you say that real fast? Because I can't. She shed. See, I can't. Anyway, if you have, your own space and you want to make it cozy, because I had a dream once. Yes, I had a dream once. Of having a really cool space set up for my crafting with a little fireplace and some really comfortable chairs and a lot of blankets and a bookshelf and even a little Keurig teapot thing where I can make my own tea or coffee at, and then a little workshop area to do my crafting. And yeah, boy, that's a dream in our house. But we can all have those kind of dreams. And so I guess if you have that kind of, and maybe you're fortunate enough to have that kind of space. And if you are, then I could see where an electric fireplace would be. But, that's not me. Okay, we're doing that one. And this is not enough. I can tell you right now, this is not enough for that mold. And some of y'all use other eco pours other than Mix2Mold. Now, I've tried several and I don't like them. And I've been really straightforward about that. And you do not get the same finish. By no means do you get the same finish. It feels different, the texture is different, the durability is different, the way that it takes paint and wax is different. But I do understand that a lot of you cannot get Mix2Mold. But for all of y'all that can get Mix2Mold, I'm gonna, and I don't get anything from Mix2Mold, okay? I am not affiliated with them anymore. They have forgotten that I even exist. When I first started over a year ago, and I was one of the very first people to do Mix2Mold, that they did send me free products. But then after it got caught on, and you know, and they do other stuff besides Mix2Mold. They forgot that I even existed, which is fine. It is. But the product speaks for itself, and it's a great product. And that's the reason why I will still tell you, if you can get Mix2Mold, get Mix2Mold. Because there is a difference. And I got way too much powder now, and now I'm going to try to get this water in, and it's not as easy once you've got a real thick, and I'm whipping it, and this is going to make bubbles. Just before you ask, it is. And I'm probably going to have bubbles in my piece because of it. And this is a little bit thicker than I normally do, but we're going to go with it anyway. And we're going to pour this in, and then we're going to shake it, and this is not enough. It's almost enough, but it is not going to be enough. Well, I'm missing it tonight. Every one of them. Just slightly. And boy, I mean, this was just slightly. But that's going to make the difference. So, yeah, I stuck that in there. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit in the same cup, and I mean a little bit. Okay. Okay. So we've got all the white done. Now we're going to go with the black. With the black, I am going to use the bucket because I'm going to try to get as much of it poured as possible because of the fact that I'm using the black dye. Which one is black and which one's brown? That's the black one. I need to get some more of this. And I'm putting gloves on while I'm using the black. I have this other glove that's been sitting over here, and I am going to use it. I hope I didn't get the wrong thing, but I'm almost positive this is for the... Oh, this is not for this. This is for the other. Oh, poo-poo, hiss. Okay, wrong black. Yeah, wrong black. Well, we're going to leave it in there. We're going to see. Because I don't have very much black. Well, I really need to mix this up. Let's see if I got one of those. I'm looking for a mixer thing, but I don't have one. Oh, yes I do. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. This is going to be gray. And I don't want gray. I want black. That's blue. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see. Is this black? Woo-hoo-hoo! Cast black. This is what I should have put in there. Let's see if I didn't ruin it. One heaping scoop. 2 heaping scoops. But it takes the full bucket. 3. 4. When I say heaping, I mean heaping. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Okay, I'm going to say this is Lucky 13. Okay, this is the Highland cow, and boy, this is hard to do over. I have wasted a bunch over here. Oh, come on. Let me have enough to fill this one up. That would be so awesome. still using the same product. I just decided to go ahead and try to mix enough for that other mold too. There it goes. Okay, that's cutting loose. But I know that's not enough. So let me go ahead and get what I need in there to top that off. It's just not going to stay this color as long as the black is on the majority of it. I'm not that concerned about it. Okay. And this most definitely needs more. So and with this one, I need just a little bit more water. Where'd my water go? I got a big old jug of water somewhere. Okay. And this I do want just as black as I can get it. So we're putting more colorant in here to get it just as black as I can get it. Okay. And then we're going to come over here. And we're going to get some, if I can find them real quick. Okay. We're going to pour pebbles into this. I've had these forever and a day, so and these are all different colors. Okay, and then also you should probably get this out before you start doing it. And now I'm putting cut glass in here. Now somebody asked, well, when you use cut glass and molds, but it's coated. It is coated. And because I want mainly my stones and stuff, I'm going to try to find, and if I can't, I'm going to reach in here. And I don't mind being messy. I don't mind making a mess. Especially with Mix2Mold, because it is so easy to clean up. But I want my stones and stuff to show. And I know I've made way too much, but that's okay. And would I do this even without my gloves? Yep, I'd do this even without my gloves. This needs a cup to set in though, because this is not going to set up by itself. So I'm going to make a mess. I'm going to transfer that. I want to make sure it's not squishing the mold in anywhere, because if it is, I don't want it in there. Okay. This reminds me of making mud pies when I was a kid. Did y'all ever do that? Because I did. I used to love making mud pies. Okay. And now I've got to find an oval tray to put right there. And don't worry about the black that I'm getting everywhere, y'all. Okay, I'm looking for my try molds. Where are they? Oh, this is crazy. Well, here's one. It's not the one I wanted, but I don't want to waste this. And if I don't get it in something soon, it may be too late. Especially in this mold. Because but I can take my finger. Oh, you can see the air bubbles. a good thing about Mix2Mold. That's not much. Okay. I'm looking for a mold, y'all, but I don't want to throw that away. But it needs to be a fairly easy mold. Let's see if this one won't work. I don't have enough for that one. Okay, I'm taking my gloves off. Woo! Okay. And we're going to put that up right now. I'm going to get some clean gloves on. Well, maybe not. Let me let my hands dry out some. I don't want to get this black out of my hands though, because oh my, this black pigment is so pigmented. Yeah, no, I need to wait because I'm getting it all over. And I don't want to have black fingers for Christmas, so I can sand that off. I made a bigger mess, so I'm going to just wait. And I'm just going to have to look at this until it dries. And man, did I make a mess this time. But if you watch my channel, you will know that I do not like messes. I do not like a messy station. I don't mind making a mess, but normally I try to clean it up as soon as I make the mess, and I can't do that right now. I've learned my lesson. I have tried to do that before. And this right here, I'm not going to throw away. And you're probably wondering, what in the world are you going to do with that? See, I'm still messing with the black. And without gloves on, that black is horrible. But I'm going to let that dry good because I don't want that black running down. I'm going to put white, and I think that would look really cool, a black and white cone stand. You see what I'm doing? Yep, I can't help myself, and I got black all over my hands. This drives me insane right here, seeing this. I love these gloves. Thank you again so much. if I didn't have these gloves, I'd be wearing those heavy duty, or no gloves at all, and then I'd be in real trouble. I'm using alcohol with the pad right now because that black pigment will actually stain this mat because it is so pigmented. And I have learned that the only thing that does actually clean it is the alcohol on the pads. I don't know what the difference is. I use a paper towel and it does not work as good. Logically, it makes no sense. I know. Don't know what to tell you, except for the fact that it does work better with the cotton pad than it does a paper towel. Look at that. See, it's just... and the black is everywhere. Oh, see, that makes me happy. This side makes me happy, well, except for this right here. Yeah. Okay. I did so good until I got over here. Uh-oh. See the air bubble? You see all the air bubbles in that? That did not cut. That is not going to turn out right. Way air bubbles all the way through that. Oh well. And that's how we know. The hat has to be... I squeezed the hat, but I didn't squeeze it enough. I was more worried about the tip of the hat. Not all the wrinkles. All the way down. And now I know you need to be worried about... There's a lot of air in that one too. Yes, and you're still with me because I think it's important for beginners to see this. If they think, oh my gosh, I made such a mess. What in the world? It's not the end of the world if you make a mess, especially with Mix2Mold. I don't need that, but it makes it so much easier. Because it just comes straight up. That's when I really started making the messes, when I put the pebbles in. And I knew it was going to make a mess. But did I care? No. Did it stop me? No. And it never will stop me. Okay. Now I've got a baby wipe right now. See, look at that mess over there. And I'm using a baby wipe to get the majority of it off. And as you can see, I mean, it looks like, oh my word, Beth, what are you doing? And water will clean Mix2Mold. If it's just white Mix2Mold, water is my cleanup. But this is not just plain white Mix2Mold. And so therefore, it's not water. It is definitely alcohol. And I use these. I got these at the Salvation Army. I got 3 of these things for 75 cents. You can buy them at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. I go through them a lot. Really, really fast. Because that's what I prefer using. And again, it's alcohol on you see how it picks it up? It will not do that on a paper towel. I do not know why. Logically, it makes no sense to me. But of course, you know, I'm not one of these scientific wizards that know how chemicals break down and how, you know. And once again, I could Google it if I really wanted to know. But I don't. I just know. And so therefore, that's why I use it. Okay, and we are fixing to put all this, even though I know that the wizard hat's not going to turn out. That's disappointing. I can now leave this and come back without going, oh no, I've got all that mess that I've got to clean up when I get back down there and do all that. And, you know, I don't know about you, but if I feel overwhelmed about something, it keeps me from wanting to do it. It takes the excitement away from me. When my downstairs gets so disorganized and so messed up, it's like, oh poop, I just don't even want to go down there today. Oh no. I don't want to mess with it. Oh no. I know this about me. And so I try really hard, really, really hard to clean my area up before I ever go upstairs. Now these are the worst. I can take these out now. I can take that out. And this may be a mistake. And if it's cracked and broke, then I'll know I probably shouldn't have done this. But it should be firm enough for me to be able to do this. And all I'm doing is getting a massive amount of overspill off of the outside. So when I demold it, I don't have to do this. And I'm doing it over my trash can, y'all. That's the reason why you can't see it. And I am going to go ahead and take a couple of baby wipes and wipe the outside of the mold off. And of course, again, if this is boring to you and you don't enjoy watching this, fast forward. And I'm not being ugly or rude. I'm being sincere. I know people will say, you clean too much. You're off the camera. What are you doing? Well, I'm telling you what I'm doing. but I'm doing it on top of my garbage can so I don't make a total mess. My floor gets messy enough. And it's still not clean, but at least it doesn't have all that. And if you understood how pigmented this, just one little thing of it, it will carry over to everything. And so I'm trying to stop that. So when we take these out of the mold, I don't have to spend another hour down here cleaning. Because I do have long videos. And I noticed that, you know, my long videos for some reason bothers a lot of people. And I don't understand that. I mean, you know, I just don't understand why other YouTubers can't get along with other YouTubers. I just don't. I don't understand the drama. I don't understand I just don't understand. Because nobody's forcing anybody to do anything. And I just don't understand why everybody can't get along with everybody else. But of course that would be the perfect world, wouldn't it? And we all know that we're far from that. But getting back to, there have been other YouTubers say really ugly things about the fact that I have long videos. Well, you know, I don't care if you like it. You're not my audience anyway. I don't know why it bothers anybody. The ones that like it will watch, and the ones that don't won't. It's pretty much that simple. But to sit there and having to, I don't know why people do that. Put somebody else down because they're not like them. I mean, really? Oh, I have to say, now y'all know that I don't watch anybody, any other crafters or artists. I used to before I started my own. I don't anymore because I don't want the influence. I don't want to know what anybody else is doing. They can do their thing. I do mine. I don't collab with anybody. I think that's the best. It's not that I don't like people. I love people. I love meeting people. And I'm sure that for the majority of the people doing other videos like mine, I think we could probably be great friends. But I just think you open yourself up for drama. And it's a sad thing, but I know that it happens. And I just don't want to be a part of it. That's it in a nutshell. And I don't really even want to get involved with that kind of drama. You know, there's always two sides to every story, and no one. I'm far from perfect. I'll be the first one to admit it. I do things all the time that I shouldn't do. I know I do. Lord have mercy, and I am so thankful he does. But it takes two. It's never one-sided. Ever is it just one-sided. So y'all just be careful out there. There's so much junk out there now. I'm not even gonna go there. Oh, but what? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was saying I don't watch, and I don't. But the other night I was on YouTube to go look at one of my old, because somebody asked a question on one of my older videos, and it was like, oh, I don't know, let me go see what I was doing in that video. And so I went to go find, and there was a video up, and I used to watch her all the time before I started my channel, and I really liked her channel, and I will tell you who it is. Louise Singleton, and she is in the UK. I have always liked her videos. Now, I had not watched her videos in a long, long time. But she was doing something with cats. So that's what caught my eye, was the cats. And she was laminating, which I have done. I do have laminators. I have had a laminating company contact me and ask me if I do a review on laminators. It's crazy, y'all. I told them thank you, but no thank you. But she had laminated some paper, which is a great thing to do because you don't have to worry about it getting saturated with the resin and stuff. But she did a tray and a jar, and her jar did the same thing that mine did, where inside it collapsed, and it was like I had a bowl that did the same thing. And she shows it. She shows it, and see, I so appreciate that. And so I commented on her video, and I told her, I said, I don't watch any other crafter out there, and I said, but I caught yours, and I said, I just have to say, I appreciate the fact that you show your failures, and I said, that makes me respect a crafter. It really does. And that is a real good indicator that that person's going to be a great teacher. Because teaching you failure is a major, major gift and a great lesson. Failure's a part of life, y'all. And if anybody thinks that doing anything, you're not going to fail at, then they're not realistic. They're not being real either. So I just wanted to share that with you because, you know, she's really good. And she has a lot more. I mean, she's almost at 100,000, okay? And it seems that the people over in the UK do so much better when it comes to our niche with the crafting and stuff than the people here in the US. And I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. But she's really, really good. And so if you've not gone to watch her, Louise Singleton, I would tell you to go watch her channel. I really would, because she doesn't show everything in real time. She doesn't. She does the editing, and she'll say, oh, you don't want to see this, but you know, and that's not me. That's not how I roll. But she still shows the failures if she messes up. And she thinks outside the box, and she makes some really cool things. Now, I haven't seen her in almost 2 years, except for this one time this last time she was doing the cat and stuff. I'm assuming she's still doing really cool things, because she was 2 years ago when I was watching her. So just, if you've got some free time, go check her out. Not that she needs viewers. She doesn't. I'm not, you know, and she doesn't know me from Adam. But you're my viewers, and if I find somebody that I think would be a good thing, I'm going to let you know. And I just really like her. So, all right. See, I got it all cleaned up, and I feel so much better. My peace of mind. I look at that and I think, oh, I'm calm. And I'm happy and I'm excited now. Before, with all that mess, it was like chaos in my mind. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to look at this. Oh, I don't want to come back. Oh, I don't want to do anything here. Now, of course, that's just me. It may not bother you. But you may be someone like me. Surely I am not the only one out in this world that Okay, well, we're going to stop here. I'm going to let this set for a good hour before I take, because this is sort of weird. And these were, I'm going to just let them set for a good hour in the mold. And, oh goodness, we're already at an hour and 57 minutes. Oh, and there's a little bitty tiny spider crawling up the light. And I'm sorry, spider, but you grow into big spiders. And so I'll be back when we're ready to demold this. Well, hello, and we are back. And I am going to take this paper towel right here, and I'm going to put it down right here. This is the leftover where I grabbed the tray. And this turned gray, which I wanted it black. So I'm a little disappointed because even though you see how those are all pebbles, but it's not black. So I'm amazed it turned out as good as it did, though. We're going to go ahead and put that up there for right now. This I know did not turn out, so we'll go ahead. I think this has got a bunch of air pockets in it. But we'll go ahead and demold this. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Oh, wow. Oh, there's not any. Oh, look at that. That's ready to go. Look at that. Now, I could make it more detailed, and I will have to sand all that down. Oh, but the bottom turned out lovely. Okay, well, we'll go ahead to this hat. Now, I do know that there's air pockets in this. You can see them through the mold, but I was going to paint this. I was going to dry brush this purple, but I think we're going to have to pour this one again. I don't think the hat part worked out good. And that's sad because we don't have any air bubbles around the edge, which is normally where you get the air bubbles. And we didn't get any there. Let's see. I don't want to break the tip off of the hat, so. Oh, wow, we didn't get, okay. There is an air bubble. But there's see the air bubble right there. Is that the only one? Is that the way the tip is supposed to be? Yeah, I guess so. That is the tip of the hat. Oh, wow. Okay, that's very doable. Okay. I like that. Of course, I can't paint this tonight. It has to set. Oh, I really like that. Okay. So far, so good. Now, I think this is going to be too fat up here. I'm going to have to put something on top of it, I think. And this is just a real cheap candle mold. But it makes a great pedestal. Look at the detail on that. Just coming straight out of the mold. That is quite lovely, actually. Let me get the molds out of the way. Okay. Which one is this? Oh, this is the Highland cow. A little bit right there, but that's okay. I can sand that down. Okay. This is the mouse, and I sewed the first one that I did, but now it was all black. And this is not all black. This is a grayer color, but we will see what it looks like. I had already done the gold on this before I poured it, because I was going to pour it a long time ago. Oh, look at that. I just love this mouse. And I actually don't mind the gold. I mean the gray. I will dry brush it and put some darker color on it, but I really like the mouse. Oh, it'd been cool if the whole thing had turned out that way. Now this one I'm not going to demold because I'm going to put the white in there. So I'm going to set that over there. And these are all new. Well, you've seen me pour those too, but you've not seen me pour the Harry Potter hat with the box. That would make a great candle. Or the tree stump. Or this one right here. This is a dragon mold. Now this is a candle mold. It's matte. All these molds are matte. Oh, that's quite lovely right there. And there's a few air bubbles, but that's okay. Those are very fixable. But look at the way that it's so ornate. And it forms a heart shape. But there is design all the way through this. I think this would be great for Valentine's Day. And it's quite a heavy piece. And I'll be painting this with purples and blues and golds. Dry brushing. And it will be the metallic colors. And even like, see the pedestal? You see how you could set that on top of that? That would look awesome with that sitting on top. I don't have much on there. I think that will work this time. Okay. I'm going to put this down because this is the one that we're going to sand down quite a bit. Okay, and this is the dog vase. So this is a new mold. Now this is going to be a hard one to get out. Because it's so thick. It doesn't want to roll. There's not that much give. It sort of surprises me being a candle mold. And it's just stiff. Yep, I just lost a ring, but that's okay. I'm trying to get okay. Oh my. It's not wanting to come. Okay, let me. I don't have any water in here. Let me put some water in here and see if I can't get it to loosen up, because it's not, it's stuck in there. Okay, that's enough to get this going, I think. And I don't even know if that's going to help it, to be quite honest. Okay. I'm going to tell you not to get this mold, because this mold, being a candle mold, is so thick and it's not going over the ears. That's the problem with this. It's not going to go over the ears. Hold on a minute. I normally don't do this, but I don't want to cut the mold if I don't have to cut the mold. But I've got to be able to... Okay, let's try it this way. Oh, I mean, this is stuck, y'all. It ain't coming out. It's too thick. That's the problem. It's not flexible enough. It's too thick. And it's where the ears are. Look, y'all know if I got a pair of pliers and I'm pulling and I can't get it off with a pair of pliers, you know. Oh, this is sad right here. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Ooh-wee. Now this might do better with resin. I got it off of there without tearing it. And that's adorable. Look at that. But it was the ears. See, it was these two things. Oh, there's no holes. There's no air bubbles. Oh, yep, there is right there. One. Seems like I always have at least one, which I guess is okay. That is so cute. But it is a booger to get off, as y'all saw. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. This one is the mermaid with the seashell, I think, and I ran out of the white. Oh wow, that came out so nice. So nice. See, that's where I wish that all came out. This is a sea. Oh, and the color was perfect where it landed. Oh, I really like this. Look, it's got the mermaid with the, oh, that is a pretty mold right there. Can you see the little seashells? Oh, this is quite, oh, look. Oh, yeah, I like this mold a lot. You could actually fill that up and put resin in it and put like little fish and stuff and make it look like, oh, yeah, I love the color, actually. Oh, that is, I really, really like that mold. A lot. Okay. This is the seashell one, I think. Or the one that is supposed to look like waves or something. I don't know. I just glanced down, saw that little mouse face. It's like it's looking straight up at me. Like, hello. Okay, let's look at this. I'm not quite sure what to call this. I don't think it's a seashell. Maybe it is a, I don't know. What do y'all think? What would you call that? You could add stuff to it. You could add things and turn this into a really pretty piece. And again, you could add, you could color, you could change the color to that. And you could set that on top of there. This is going to come in handy. That is really going to come in handy. That is, I'm not sure about that. This one I love. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, and this one is the one that fanned out, and it did bow out. It's still bowed out, but it's okay. It's not as bowed out as I think it will look okay. This is a business card with a pen holder, is what it's supposed to be. And you can see it bowed out a little bit. And there is one little bubble. What is the deal with the one little bubble? It's actually quite pretty. The way that the gold flakes did. And of course that one little thing right there can be easily sanded down. I need to sand it down more, I guess. Or I could have filled it, but I still think it would be easier to sand it down. Yeah, just a little bit more, and it will be ready to... And it might be easier if I just did it with this one. But I didn't want to put a new one. Yeah, it's pretty much gone. But is that big enough to hold a pen? I don't think so. Let me see. I thought I had a pen. I do. I'm not going to put the... Well, let me just make sure. Oh, well, it would. It most definitely would hold a pen. And you put your business cards. So, yeah. I don't have business cards. I don't have any reason for business cards, but a lot of people do, so. Okay. So this is one that you could really customize. And let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, I'm trying to get the black off because you see the black? It's everywhere. I'm telling you, I love working with the black, but it's a pain to clean up after. See, it's everywhere. Okay, let's see what this one looks like with just a hint of gold flakes in it. Oh, that's very classy looking right there. Oh, I actually like that. Really smooth. It came out really good. No air bubbles, y'all. Oh, there's a little one right there. But it does stand up, okay? It's not level there. Is it beveled? Oh, it is. I'm going to have to sand it down because it's leaning forward. And it, can you see? Can you tell how right there it came out? It's the mold. But you can sand that down. That is not a big deal. And I don't have any little bitty things. Wait a minute. Let's see if these will fit. I think this is going to be too big. Yeah, it's too big. But the little birds would fit in there. No, that's too wide. The cross would fit. That's one of the, you hold it like that. These are great. These are made out of, I should know the wood. We have a big cross upstairs made out of the same wood. I'm looking for all my little stuff is at the booth. I don't have any stuff laying around anymore. But this is actually, and you could hang, put a hanger here, and you could hang that on a wall where you wouldn't even have to worry about sanding that down. You could hang that on the wall as a little shadow box. Or you could actually just use that in your bathroom for, like, you know, different little, you could put different earrings or your rings or little sample sizes or your lipstick, or, you know, there's so many things you could do with that. And you could actually make another one and have them laying this way, that one that way, butted up against each other for a long oval organizer. So this has got a lot of different things you could do with that. But I love the white with just the touch of the gold flakes. It just gives it a really rich look to it. It really does. And it's so easy. And if you could feel, I mean, this is almost like satin, y'all. It's just, it feels wonderful to the touch. It is so smooth. And you wouldn't have to do anything to this if you didn't want it. I mean, absolutely nothing. You know, if you didn't want to seal it, I'm going to seal it. I always seal it, because if you put water on it, being white, not as much. You don't have to worry about it staining, but if you have color, then you really do. I may play around with this one. I may take it upstairs and do some watercolor stuff on that. Do like little florals or something. That would be fun to try. Okay, I am going to move the white stuff away because we are going to scrub on that for just a minute, and I don't want any of this white stuff getting black on it. Oh, and I will give you a hint. I'll show you a hint on what the members are going to be up to in the next members only video. I got new cutters, dragons and swords, and Easters and chickens and Easter eggs and little tiny miniature crosses and flowers and bunnies, and there's a big old carrot. Oh, this is going to be fun. Polymer clay, y'all, in the members only group. at least one video a month for the members only. I plan on having more, but that's guaranteed one a month. Okay, let's get started with this. Let's roll the sleeves up. Let's get ready to have my hands all nasty. Let's get a clean I want a 120, I think. I don't want to scratch it up too bad, but is that clean? No, I guess so. It just looks dirty. And then I will get a fine one. Oh, if we've got any fine left. Yeah, I do. Okay. And I know I'm going to have to do this in layers. You know what? I did that to the dragon, didn't I? Forgetting that it had all that ornate stuff on there. And it's filled with all those colorful... I forgot. And see, there's colorful stuff up underneath here too, but do I sand that down and... And the more I sand, the more rocks I reveal. So you can do as much or as little of this as you want to. See, I don't know if you can see them, but as I do it, I can see more and more up underneath. It's like they're sitting right below. And with that dragon, I don't know if I should sand it and just bring out the pebbles, or if I should, I don't know. Uh-oh. And yes, doing it with water is the best way. Is that trash, John?
Yeah.
Put it over there then. If you want taking it to the dump.
Oh, I figured we ended up taking this one to the dump. So, just put that next to my wheelchair.
Because we won't know.
Why not? I figured we were going to be taking it.
They're
Just
closed
next to the
tomorrow and
wheelchair.
Christmas Day.
This will be a Friday trip then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just didn't
put it
want
with the wheelchair.
Okay. There's going to be a bunch of trash by then. You want to take... never mind. Okay. It's sopping wet, so I'm going to go over here and spray it down on top of the trash can, y'all. And I'm going to bring it back over here, and I've got more paper towels, woohoo, down here. I just remembered I brought another roll down, so we can throw the empty roll away. I love doing this kind of stuff because it brings out, I wish it'd been really, really black, because if it'd been real black, which I've gotten real black before, if it'd been that black on the top, this would have just popped. Do you see that? You can even see it over there. And the more that I sand, the more that it will just keep popping. And I will get rid of that one and then put a new one on. And I'll show you the difference with me just doing it without water. It actually scratches and you're not getting much. You don't really get a whole lot. So I'm going to wet it down again, and I'm going to sand it one more time with new sandpaper. And I do put a little bit of pressure down when I'm doing it. And I go in every direction. I don't stay in one direction. a few minutes I'll be able to say, it's Christmas Eve. But it's not yet. Dan couldn't stand it, which is so weird because Dan is the one that originally said he didn't care if we ever had a Christmas tree. He knows how important they are to me. But this year, I don't know. With everything that has happened, I really haven't been feeling it, y'all. And, I mean, I even forgot to take the turkey out of the freezer. I remembered last night, but normally I'm right on top of all of it. And this year, it's just like, I really honestly, truly in my heart, didn't care if we had a Christmas tree this year. First time ever in my whole lifetime. But Dan gave John and Ash the money yesterday and said, y'all go find a tree. I don't care what kind of tree, just go find some kind of tree. Yesterday or the day before, I don't remember which. And so they did. And it's a little tiny, I mean, it's about 5.5 feet tall. But it's probably one of the smaller Christmas trees. And it's a real tree. And it's up in the tree stand in front of our living room window with no decorations on it whatsoever. Dan got up yesterday morning and said, I really thought that tree would be decorated by now. And then this morning he got up and he goes, okay, I'm getting a little concerned. Somebody needs to decorate that tree. I said, but that's not what I do. Ashley and Max normally decorates the tree. And it's still not decorated, y'all. It still is not. So we may have a green tree in a tree stand with no decorations on it come Christmas morning. I don't know. But it is the only thing in our house that it would even tell you that it's Christmas. Do not do this in your kitchen sink. Do not think, oh, it'd be easier if I just stuck this in my kitchen sink or my bathroom sink. Please do not, or you'll be calling the plumber in the new year. And you will not be a happy camper. I'm going to take this over again and spray it down. And I do this over my trash can because I have so much paper and the water absorbs into it, and I empty this big old huge industrial sized trash can probably twice a week. And I could sand on it more, but I'm not. See how shiny black that is? And if I sanded at the bottom, all the pebbles and stuff would come through here too. But I'm not doing that. I will sand it a little bit to get it flat. And even. And one more time. You're going to see me with the alcohol. And I think I'm out of alcohol. Yep. Air purifier's fixing to turn red. Shooey, that stinks. Okay. Yeah, it's not dry, so I'm not going to stick it right there. You don't get the fumes if you spray it right on the pad like you do when you spray it on this thing. It stinks. And the Resinator machine did not come on, the air purifier did not come on until I used it and did the spray. It did not come on with me doing the pad thing. Okay. Now that's going to have to be sanded because it's unlevel. Oh, see, it's really, really wet now because I sprayed it down with water. As this dries, you see the shimmer? That will actually come out even more as this piece dries. And see, I did, and I could sand this down more, so more of the stones would come out in the edge. And I may, after it dries, I may see and I'll show you, I'm spraying alcohol on a paper towel. And I'm scrubbing, and it's not getting it off. I don't know what the deal is with the paper towel and alcohol. It does not take it off, y'all. I know some of you are thinking, well, that just doesn't make any sense to me either. All I know is it doesn't work. I'll spray just like I did the paper towel. You see that? I don't know the explanation of why. I just know that these are better than paper towels. Getting the stain off of the silicone. Okay, we've done a lot tonight. I love this. Now this thing, it's just like this. It's got stones and pebbles all in it. Do I want to, oh, you can see the, okay. Here we go. I've got to see. I've got to see. I know. And I may ruin it. And if I do. But all that stuff inside of here, I just can't. And as you can see, I'm using different oh, yep, there's the stones. They're all the way through here. Can you see the... There's the stones. I could spend a long time doing this. Okay, let's just see if I come up with any. Yep, there they are. Can you see all of them in there? Now this would help if you had a bucket of water. You could do it in a bucket and then pour the bucket outside. Do not put it in any of your plumbing. Because it will stop your lines up. If I can't get this sanded down enough, I may go ahead and just paint it. I don't know. Because as full as this is of rocks, a whole lot of them's not coming up. They're way up underneath, evidently, and I'm running out of water. would really have to. You can see them. You can see them popping up, all those, but they're up underneath there. See, they've started popping up all up through here and up through here, but I would really have to sand that down to get, and there's a couple that have popped up all the way through. So I don't know, I may work on this a little bit more. I'm not tonight. My hands are getting tired. And I just got all that cleaned off, and now I've made a mess again. And I said I did want to have black hands, and I'm going to have black hands anyway. Okay. Just to recap. The most important recap is use cotton pads to clean pigment off of silicone. I'm being funny now because I'm having to do this because I want to set the stuff up here, and I don't want to set it up here on a dirty silicone pad. And so I'm trying to make light of the fact that once again I am wiping my silicone pad off with alcohol, and I don't have the little, normally I would just be pushing it against my little alcohol thing, but it's out. Okay. And it doesn't take long. Maybe a minute, y'all. So, we have the dragon. Of course, you can see the dragon mold, which is a gorgeous mold. And I think if I sanded, I'd have that all the way through, which I would really like. And then I could just add the metallic highlights to it. And I may do that. I may sand it down a little bit more to get more of that all the way through, and then add some metallic highlights. I think that would be gorgeous. I can't do anything to any of this because it needs at least a day to dry out. And then of course you've got this, which I don't ever get tired of this with Mix2Mold. I wish it'd come out this black. I am going to have to sand this down, so the bottom's going to look different. You're going to see some of the stone in the bottom. I will probably just wax this instead of putting any kind of varnish on it whatsoever. And then of course I love my little mouse. I will dry brush a little bit black. I'll cover up some of this gold. I'll put a little pink inside the ear, and I'll dry brush some stuff because the gold got everywhere. The gold got on here, but it's not on the feet. And it looks like I'm going to have to sort of make its paws because it looks like some of them didn't get poured or something. I don't know. But I can fix that. And then of course you have your, and I'll show you how easy this is to fix. Don't ever freak out if you get, you know, a piece. Animals' horns were never perfect, y'all. I hope you know that. So if you've got one that looks broke, go with it, because that's natural. That's the way it really is. And you can't ever tell there was a bubble there. And I'll dry brush a little bit, and I'll do the little eyes. But there's not much that I'll do to that. And you see what I'm talking about with the black? It does get everywhere. Okay. And then, of course, this. And this is going to be lovely. I will sand this down. There are some air bubbles. I'll sand that down. They'll just go away. You won't even know that they're there. I even like the bottom. I'm not going to do anything but put a matte finish on this. And I will probably... See, even the Shetland... No, this is not a Shetland. I want to call it a Shetland... That's a Shetland pony. Even the Highland cow looks good. And you could put moss. There's just... This is a generic base that you could use for so many things. This is so cheap on Temu, and if you do a lot of different, I would suggest you get this. And then this is going to be fun. And this is definitely Harry Potter. It's not, it does not show up as Harry Potter, y'all. But this is definitely Harry Potter's. And look at the detail. I would love this even without the hat. I just think that's so cool. You could dry brush red, you could dry brush brown, you could do terracotta. You could pour this in terracotta and then put a black glaze over it to get inside. Because there's little indentions in there. But the way this turned out, it's got definition already because it's got 2 shades. And I'm going to put a little bit of purple and a little bit of gold. I will fix that little bubble there. I'll fill it in, and I'll do a dry brush of purple and gold and sand this down, and it will be done. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pour a candle in here. And this, of course, this one was a booger to get out. This was really, really hard to get out. And that's got one little air bubble, but it's just as cute as it can be. And, okay, let me bring my other stuff. I thought, where is all my stuff? Because I knew that I had more than this. And this, I'm not quite sure. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. I thought it was a shell. And it sort of looks like a shell, but it sort of looks like waves. So I'm not quite sure. Y'all, let me know what you think. And then I love this. I really, really do like that. Let me blow it up so you can see the blow it up. Can I blow it up? Yeah. You see the little bitty shells? And then you've got the mermaid. Even the little, it's so detailed. The color is just, and look at the texture. That's a cool mold right there. Let me lift this up since we've got it on the, so you can see the texture of this. It's just really cool. And I'll pick that up too so you can see the texture on this, because it's amazing actually how the black works. With Mix2Mold. I love the way that this stuff came out. And then of course, I'm sorry, how can you resist that mouth? And look at the little, look at the little mouth. It's actually got the little teeth that you could paint white, and it's got the little tongue, and you could do the, I mean, it's really, really detailed. And I need to do a little bit of dry brushing, but that's just as cute as it can be. And again, I want you to see the detail, and let me know what you think that is. I'm not sure. And then of course, And then the dragon. Oh, and we can't forget about our little nightlight. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope each and every one of you has an awesome Merry Christmas. And it is technically, yes it is, it's 12:07, so it is technically Christmas Eve. And I hope your Christmas Eve and your Christmas is filled with joy and love and laughter. No matter who you're with, just know that you are never alone. I think that is probably one of the most important things, especially this time of year that's supposed to be so joyous, and so people feel so alone this time of the year. And I've been experiencing that, and I'm surrounded by my husband and my daughter and my oldest grandson and my son-in-law. But that doesn't mean that you can't feel alone. And I am feeling alone a little bit this year at times, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I lost my best friend of 52 years this year. And at least I'm aware of it, and I know where my feelings are coming from, but it still doesn't make it any easier. So I can relate. And because I can relate, I don't want anyone out there to ever feel like they're alone, because you're not. You're never, never alone. And if you ever start to think that no one loves you, then that's also very much a lie. You're never alone, and you're very much loved. And whether or not you believe or not doesn't matter. And it's not up to me to say, oh no, or that is between you and God. But I can tell you that you are never alone. And that Jesus does love each and every one of us. Whether you believe or not, He does. And I normally don't talk much about Jesus on my channel, because I truly care about everyone. And it doesn't matter to me what your belief is. It really doesn't. That is not my judgment to make. That it has nothing to do with me whatsoever. I care about you because you're a human being. I care about you because I know that each of us needs everyone to reach out and care about the next one. That's the only way we're going to survive. That's the way God created us. And with that, once again, I want to say I wish y'all a very Merry Christmas. I love each and every one of you. You're so very important to me, and I hope you know that. Once again, we're going to get in this little thing that I have to do at every end of the video. Hit that thumbs up like button for me, please. Hit the share button. The notification bell will let you know when I've got a new video out. And leaving the comment is a great way of telling YouTube you've enjoyed the video, along with the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, a lot of you watch me and you've not hit that subscribe button yet, just hit it. It's free. And of course, the members only. It is only $4.99 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee is. I do know a lot of y'all cannot afford it, and I do understand. I have been there. I know how every little penny makes a difference. I can relate to that. I really can. But if you can afford the $4.99, if you can afford to buy me a cup of coffee once a month and join our members only, I would love to have you there. And there's a join button right up underneath the video title. Alrighty, with that, I'm going to say thank you so much. And I will see you way before the end of 2025. Bye-bye.